30 days to pass a $1,400 fourth stimulus check. I have all the details, what you need to know, and the very important timeline right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, yet again, we have another very important timeline upon us, and Congress has 30 days to pass a $1,400 fourth stimulus check if they're going to do one. Now, of course, they can pass it outside of the next 30-day time frame. However, it's just going to get to be a little bit more difficult. So in this video, I want to break it all down for you, let you know what the next 30 days mean and why Congress has this little window to pass another $1,400 fourth stimulus check if they're going to actually do it. So let's get into it and discuss all the details, where we currently stand, and why these next 30 days are so incredibly important. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as I'm here for you each and every day as your one and only daily advocate. I'm doing all this research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what is actually going on during this very busy time, and as we continue to get all of these very important announcements out of Congress, the president, the administration, other influential people, as well as new bills, piece of legislation, reform, money, benefits, programs, checks, stimulus, and similar things that continue to hit the wire each and every day. There's a lot going on right now. Things are changing very rapidly, and I'm here for you to help you out in any way that I possibly can, as well as keep you updated with everything that is going on and changing very rapidly. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and I'll continue to be here for you right by your side every single day, as that's my commitment and my promise to you and this community, and of course, I'm sticking to it. All right, thanks again. Let's jump into it and discuss the next 30 days and why this is so incredibly important. All right, so we are zipping right on through the year so far. Can you believe it? September already. Wow. I mean, seriously, this is unbelievable where we are right now. The midterm elections are only a couple months away, and we know that Democrats need to get a big win, which, by the way, that is not a political statement. We just simply know this because they've been coming out saying it themselves that they need to get a big win for the American people sometime before the midterm elections. Well, here we are, only a couple months away, and it is coming fast. That time is going to go very fast. So I want to talk about why the next 30 days are so incredibly important when it comes down to another stimulus check or any types of programs that they could possibly think of that they want to send out between now and the end of the month. Why? Let me point this out for you because this is actually very important. Now, as I did mention a few minutes ago, yes, of course, if they wanted to pass something outside of the next 30 days, it easily can still be done. It's just going to take a little bit more work, and it's probably going to be a little bit more difficult. It can still be done. So it's not like the next 30 days is that's it and we're all over. No, that's not it at all. But rather, it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. But right now is kind of the gravy time frame that they have to get something done if they just so want to do so. Why? Let me point this out for you. The end of the month, the end of the day on the 30th of this month, as we roll over to October 1st, guess what happens? That is the end of the fiscal year, and the new fiscal year for the federal government starts on October 1st. Why do we care, and what does this mean? This simply means that Congress has the ability to use reconciliation, which is the way that they can push a piece of legislation through the legislative process with just a majority vote on things in the Senate. So what this simply means is, as of right now, as we all understand, Democrats have full control of the House of Representatives, they have full control of the Senate, and of course, the presidency. Therefore, they can use something called reconciliation. To give you a quick example of this is the same process that they used back in March of 2021 to pass $1.9 trillion in the American Rescue Plan. Remember that one? That is also the package that they passed that contained the $1,400 third stimulus check. Remember that one at the time? That is the process that they used. So simply, they got the votes in the House of Representatives, and all they got was the simple 50 votes in the Senate, and boom, it was done. The president signed it, done. That's it. So here's the deal. Between now and the end of this fiscal year, again, the end of this month, September 30th, the end of the day, is the end of the fiscal year. Congress still has the ability to use one more reconciliation opportunity. Well, as we've heard from some Democrats over the last couple months here, some of them have been coming out saying it would be professional malpractice to allow one of these reconciliation abilities to not be used, right? Professional malpractice. In other words, they have the ability to use this reconciliation if they just so want to do so, and they have 30 days to do it. Do you think they're going to do it? Yeah. Why wouldn't they? The analogy that I've used in previous videos is like a wild card. The reconciliation bill, the reconciliation opportunity is like a wild card, right? You're playing cards, you get dealt the wild card. Do you pull it out right away and use it, or do you use it to your best advantage? Well, you'll probably use it to your best advantage, right? When you're in a little bit of a situation where you need just that magical card, and then sure enough, there's the magic card, right? The wild card in your hand. It's the same thing when it comes down to Congress. They have the ability to use reconciliation. It's like the wild card. They just need just a simple majority vote. And boom, that's it. They can do it. And they can add almost anything that they want into the reconciliation bill. Now, of course, there are a few provisions that they cannot do. For example, back in March of 2021, they tried to add raising the federal minimum wage up to $15 per hour. For example, that does not work. They cannot do that through reconciliation. Also, they cannot reform Social Security. They cannot raise Social Security benefits. They cannot do those things through reconciliation. But guess what they can do? They can set up one-time stimulus checks. They can set up monthly stimulus checks. They can do all of these things through reconciliation. Let me give you a couple quick examples here. Remember, March 2021, the American Rescue Plan, $1.9 trillion. They passed within that, again, reconciliation bill, a $1,400 stimulus check, the third stimulus check, for about 85% of our population. It was about 282 million people received those checks. So yes, they did do that. And guess what? Monthly checks, they also did that as well. How? They did it through the child tax credit payments. Yes, those were monthly checks that were going out. Now, I do totally understand that the child tax credit payments have been around for a long time. However, it's just been a child tax credit on the tax return. However, what they did is they raised the amounts and they turned it into a monthly check that was going out through the second half of 2021. Remember that? It was about 36 to 38 million families or households that were getting those checks every single month. So you can see here again, they set up a one-time stimulus check and they also set up ongoing monthly checks, which again, they tried to continue into 2022, but it did not get the support to actually extend it into this year, 2022, right? So anyway, as you can see here from all of these details, Congress has the ability to use reconciliation this one last time before the new fiscal year begins. Now, again, I have no clue what's going to happen with the midterm elections. I don't know. I don't have that ability. I cannot see into the future. I have no clue what's going to happen with the midterm elections. However, let me throw this out there as well, and we also have to recognize, too, that Democrats also recognize this. Again, this is not taking political sides in any way, shape, or form. I'm just simply saying they recognize this as this could possibly happen. If either the House of Representatives or the Senate flip, as in Democrats lose control in either of the chambers or both of the chambers as a result of the midterm elections, then guess what happens? Well, no more reconciliation. That's not going to be happening anymore. That's not an option, because then if there's a split government, as in, one chamber is controlled by Republicans, one is by Democrats, reconciliation isn't an option, right? It's only when there is a majority in Congress, and that's exactly what we have right now. So do you think they want to use this opportunity? Yes, by all means, they want to use the opportunity, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do here, and it's going to be like a football game, right? The quarterback is standing there, and what does he do when he's being, charged? Whatever the real word is about that. I don't know anything about football, but, a bunch of big guys are chasing after him. What's he going to do? He's going to throw a Hail Mary. He's going to get something done. He's going to throw the ball up and hope that somebody on his team catches it so they can actually get something done, right? Same thing with Congress. Are they going to throw a Hail Mary here? Probably, because they want to get something done and they have one last opportunity to use reconciliation. So why not just throw it out there and try to get something done really quickly here? And if it sticks, great. If somebody catches the ball, great. If it falls into no man's land and nobody catches it, well then I guess it was a good try, but sorry, better luck next time, right? So the next 30 days are very, very important when it comes down to this. We'll see, as always, what Congress does and if they get to work on anything here, or if they just let this one pass right on by, and who knows? We'll have to see here. But again, I'll continue watching this very closely, but we do recognize that the situation that we're currently dealing with right now continues to deteriorate what seems to be like on a monthly basis, even down to a daily and even weekly basis. Inflation going through the roof, prices on everything going up. The more and more people are struggling on a day-to-day basis with no money, no food, no rent, not paying bills, floating balances on credit cards. It's getting to be a really tough situation right now. So that's something they could certainly do right away if they wanted to help out some people. And again, do they need to send out a broad stimulus check to every single person in the world? No, it just needs to be a highly focused check for the low income and the fixed income. Anyway, as I do get more details and as Congress continues to work their way through this process, I'll be right here for you, breaking it all down, letting you know what's going on and how this is going to impact us and what's out there that we can take advantage of. So, hope this video gives you some more clarity on what's going on right now and how this could translate into possibly another check going forward. But at the end of the day, we'll have to continue watching Congress to see what they actually do. And full disclaimer, as I mentioned throughout this video, if they actually do another check, I have no clue what Congress is going to do. I don't even want to imagine what Congress has in their mind. I don't really know what they're thinking half the time, right? The only thing I can do is just give you the information as it is being released. So as of right now, a check has not been approved yet, but could something be approved? By all means, it could be if they just wanted to do so. That's why I'm saying for you right here in this video, we got to watch the next 30 days. Anyway, as I do get more details, I'll be right here for you, breaking it all down and letting you know what is actually going on. So please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. And I'll continue to keep you posted as I get more information. Until next time, enjoy your day. Thanks so much for watching this, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.